Hi, Carson V. Heady here, again for Chapter 4 of the Birth of a Salesman saga. Thank you all in advance for watching. This time, no script. I'm going to just change it up a little bit. We're going to talk about gatekeepers. Friend or foe? And that's the real question when it comes to the gatekeeper. You walk into a business, you want to talk to the business owner. There's this person that stands between you and them. And they're going to determine if you are going to get in to the big show, to the audition. It's kind of like the pre-judge on American Idol. They're going to determine if you actually get to make a fool of yourself in front of the whole civilized world, or if it's just going to be in front of these few select behind-the-scenes people that are never seen. Now, if I'm walking into a business and I want to talk to the business owner, the key is assuming the sale. And I'm sure if you're in any capacity of sales, you've heard the term assume the sale. Well, in this case, assume the sale means basically I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to talk as if I assume I'm going to get to that next step. Because only by throwing yourself out there are you going to give yourself the opportunity to make that happen. You don't successfully ask somebody out for a date unless you actually have a plan in mind. Hey, do you want to go and grab a bite, go see a movie? You don't just walk up to somebody and say, "Hi, would you like to go out with me?" It doesn't work that way. So the key thing with getting to the gatekeeper is assuming that you're going to get through. In addition to that, you've also got to treat them with respect, because you never know how important that gatekeeper may be. Sometimes the owner may be wafting around the office pretending to be a gatekeeper. And so you've got to you got to put your best foot forward in making sure that you get to talk to the real guy behind the guy, or gal behind the gal. Now, if I'm talking to a gatekeeper, let's say I walk into a business and I want to talk to that owner. Let's say his name is John. Let's say I know the guy's name. Walk up to the counter. Yes, John, please. Now the thing is I'm going to assume that I'm going to talk to this guy. Now they are on a need-to-know basis. That gatekeeper and that customer are always on a need-to-know basis. They only need to know from you what they need to get to you to the next stage of the game. So that gatekeeper, all they need to know is who you need to talk to. I need to talk to John. So I'm going to walk up to them and I'm going to say, "Yes, John, please." Now, thing is, each of these things, obviously this gatekeeper is programmed just like anybody to try to keep you out of the door. So what are they probably going to say? Yes, do you have an appointment? Is he expecting you? One of these things is probably going to be what you're faced with. Now you can say, "I'm not sure if he's expecting me or not. I just need to see John." Thing of the matter is, I didn't lie. I laid it out there. I got to talk to this guy. Now, they're probably going to, if you stick to the first name basis, they may think you're a friend of his, they may think you know the guy. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. And the same works if you're calling the man on the phone. I'm calling in and they say, "Yes, who do you need to speak to?" "Yes, John, please." Thing is, they may either put you through to him or they're going to say, "And who is this?" "This is Carson." They're on a need-to-know basis. "My name is Carson." That's what I'm going to say. "And who are you with?" "Yeah, I'm with XYZ company. I just need to speak to him about his account with us." Now, the thing of the matter is, they may not even have an account with your company. That may be the very reason that you're trying to contact them, is to get an account set up. They don't need to know that. And you are contacting him about the account with your company. It may have a zero balance on the spreadsheet, but at the end of the day, that's why you're trying to contact this business owner, is in order to speak to them about their account with you. Now, in addition to that, once you get to that point, if you're in person and you walk into that business owner and you say, "Yes, John, please," and they say, "Okay, well, who are you with?" "Yeah, this is Carson. I'm with XYZ company. I needed to speak to him about his account with us." Go ahead and grab a seat at this point. Assume the sale. Don't stand there and wait for them to get you out the door. Assume the sale. Go ahead and sit down, wait for him to come to you, or for you to be let in behind the great and powerful Oz and go talk to the man. Now, at the same time, the gatekeeper is also going to make some other statements that are designed to get rid of you. Things like, "Well, he's in a meeting right now. Can I take your name and number?" These are well-laid traps, and if you're not as an effective a salesperson or you're just starting out, these may trip you up sometimes. Be prepared for these types of things. Oh yeah, no problem at all. I'll wait. they don't expect you to do this. And we've talked about in prior episodes saying things that throw them off their game. This is the perfect way to do that. Oh yeah, no problem, I'll wait for him. Or if you're calling on the phone and they say, oh, well, he's on the other line, or he's busy. Oh, no problem, I'll wait. Now, your company may have some rules against waiting for 5-10 minutes, and I would too. But the thing of the matter is you're saying this just to gauge their reaction. You want to see if that gatekeeper is serious. Okay? You want to find out if they're really just trying to get rid of you. You're just really just playing their own game with them. You're not lying to these people. You're telling them the truth. I am calling because I need to speak to John about his account with my company. In addition to that, they're telling you he's in a meeting. You really think he is? Do you really think he's away at lunch at 1:30 in the afternoon? Do you really think that he's out in the field literally all day long and he's never available and he's never in the office? It may or may not be true, but like anything else, our job is to push it as far as we can, to get as far as we can in any call before we pull out and abort. So at the exact same time, when that customer, when that gatekeeper tells you, hey, he's in a meeting, he's on the other line, oh, no problem, I'll wait. Say it, act calm, cool, and collected, and see where it takes you. Now, sometimes you may get there. Sometimes you may not. But thing of the matter is, if you don't make it, at the end of the day, you're no worse for wear, because you wouldn't have made it anyway. Now, if that gatekeeper tells you, oh, well, why don't you leave some information with me? Why don't you, is this something that he can just, take some information down, he'll call you back, something of that nature. You don't ever want to rely on a person that you're having FaceTime with to sell your product or service to somebody else. It's the same reason that if somebody tells you they got to talk to a partner, you can't let them. You've got to talk to that partner. And you always want to sell them on everything. Everything's selling. So you're going to sell this gatekeeper just like you would sell that customer on why they can't just present it to their partner. Yeah, you know what, ma'am, sir, I don't want to put you in the unfortunate position of having to basically do my job and sell this product, to your boss. So, when would be the best time for us to hook up, for us to actually talk, for us to actually sit down and discuss? You said he's in a meeting, I can wait, that's no problem. Thing of the matter is, you've got to set that meeting. You've got to make sure that you get the opportunity to sit down face to face with that person and have that conversation, because if you don't, you're relying on that gatekeeper to sell your product, in essence, do your job for you. And I would bet my money that you're better than the gatekeeper. What do you say? So at the end of the day, gatekeeper, friend or foe, they can very much be a friend. And a lot of times too, I like to have fun with gatekeepers. If a gatekeeper says something like, they sometimes they can sound a little standoffish, and who can blame them? They field calls from people all day long, they see people all day long. Have a little fun with them, and be respectful too. Ma'am, sir, I completely understand that it's your job to kind of see what's what, make sure that you're only letting through the real deal. Do you have some say in the process of what your business does, as far as the marketing, the cleaning supplies, the janitorial service, whatever the case, whatever you're selling? Do you have some of the say in that? I mean, you seem like you're pretty knowledgeable about everything. Do you have some say in that? Butter them up a little bit, make them feel like they're a little bit more important than they may be, and you never know, you may get somewhere with them. I've had some situations where I've talked to gatekeepers, both on the phone and in person, where I've gotten a pretty good rapport with them, and it helps out. At the end of the day, anything you can do in a sales job that gives you even a fraction of a percent of a chance of a better shot at closing that sale is a good thing. And that's why whenever you brainstorm at night, when you think of things that you want to try that next day, it's a great idea. Try them more than once. Don't go out there and try something brand new 5 times and it doesn't work, because since when do you have a close rate of 5%? Since when do you have a close rate of greater than 1%? Some jobs have fractions of a percentage of a close rate. So if you go out and you do something and it works 1 time out of 1,000, sometimes that's a great thing. So thank you for watching. Check us out on Carson V, as in victory, Heady, Heady.com. You can also look up Birth of a Salesman on Facebook. You can also find me on Twitter and MySpace. Guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best. Have a great selling day.